Hi, welcome to Knits Up. I'm Mindy, your hostess, otherwise known as Knitter CNY. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Knitter CNY. That CNY stands for Central New York. I live in the Syracuse, New York area. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If you're new to checking out the podcast, you're also welcome. And if you like what you see, please subscribe below. Also, if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. That helps the podcast get seen by more people because they know what content is out there. So I am working on two projects. I have no finished objects this week. Well, I have half a finished object, I guess you could say. Let me grab that off the floor. It's in a small little 31 bag that I have from way back when a friend had a 31 party. This is half of a finished object. It is a sock that I started on Thursday night. I finished on Saturday afternoon. This is a sock for me. It is out of Patton's Crochet, and the color is called Midnight Colors. I think I bought this from Mary Maxim. Now that I'm thinking about it, you can kind of see the colors there. It's dark and goes to a black toe that I use some just black Patton's Crochet for because I have to kind of do my toes with other color yarn because I run out of the regular Patton's Crochet. I started the second sock on Saturday afternoon, and I'm about this far on it. So you can see about halfway down the leg. And I'm using a Addy squared needle. That's the one that has the weird little ridges in it, but it works really well for socks. And this is 2.5 millimeters. So that's what I'm using. I'm making these socks for me. I think this is the 6th pair for this out of Patton's Crochet that I've made in the past year. So I'm getting to like socks. And I use the same cuff down pattern, 64 stitches, and really easy pattern to memorize. I've been using it for years and it just works for my foot type, which is a size 9.5 women's wide foot. So the heel flap and gusset work really well for me with that. The other thing that I'm working on is living in a bag, and it's this bag, one of those art bin bags. It's a round bag. I'm going to show you how much I have left, and you can kind of judge how far along I am in this project. I have about that much left of an anniversary cake. I got this tip from Ginger the Yarn Geek by watching one of her programs, and at one point she mentions that the anniversary cakes fit perfectly in one of these types of bags so they don't get snagged or snarled, and when they start to collapse in on themselves, they're contained so you don't get as much of a mess. So that's what I'm doing since I had one of these around the house. And what am I making? If you've watched this program for any length of time, you can probably guess. And they all said together, a basket weave Afghan. So I'm making a basket weave Afghan for, I think, Project Linus. It is pretty big right now. I'm getting this all finished. So I'm using a size N hook, which is a 10 millimeter hook. That's a prim hook. I like this for my basket weave Afghans. it works out really easily. Anniversary cakes are 100% acrylic, so I can use that for Project Linus because it's something you can throw in the washer and the dryer, which is what you want for stuff like that. So that's what we've got going now. And those are my two projects. So I don't have that much else to show you. My next project is probably going to be using some of this yarn or this yarn, probably this yarn right here, which is baby cakes. And this is a Yarnspirations yarn that I bought on sale at Ollie's for $5 previously. So, and it's 560 yards per cake. I'm probably going to pair this with a gray yarn and work it up faster to make a baby blanket for Project Linus. That'll be the next baby blanket. As far as knitting socks, I have several choices here on the shelf. I have Magic Stripes, which is a yarn I had previously. That's a sport weight yarn that I could make socks with. That stripes up. I have some Air Valley DK yarn. I don't know that I really want to make socks out of that. I've tried to make socks out of it and it didn't really work out that well. So I'm probably not going to do that. And then I have 2 skeins of Mariner yarns. Cozy Toes. That's a 4-ply sock yarn that came from England when I was purchasing yarn off of yarnlane.com, which I don't know even exists anymore. This color is called Meerkat. I don't know what color this is. It doesn't have a name on it. I only know this one is Meerkat because that is my goddaughter's favorite animal. And at the time I noticed the name on the website. So I have a lot of possibilities for socks. So other than that, I can't think of anything to tell you. It's a short podcast this week. I picked up a couple subscribers, maybe 1 or 2. Lost a couple subscribers, so it worked out to be about a net gain of 1, which is fine. I'm not doing this for the money. Because it's not a monetized podcast. I'm doing this for the love of the yarn and because I want somebody to see my projects besides my family and friends. I do have a request in from my cousin's fiance for a scarf. I'll probably be using some green super bulky yarn that I have to make that because he wants a green scarf. And I really don't have green yarn besides that. And I'm limited to what I can use. So I'm going to look through the stash, see if I have anything other than that particular yarn to use. But I think that's all that I have. So we'll see how that works up. And then I have to get some socks out to a family member, to another cousin who I forgot the socks. We got together for Christmas yesterday. On the 14th of January to have a family Christmas. We do like a gift exchange. You steal the presents. It's a whole thing. We had some great food. We got together. It's been since before the pandemic that we were able to have a family gathering like that. So it was really nice to have a family gathering. And everybody went away happy with the gifts that they got. So I'm looking forward to using the yarn I have for at least the next 6 months, like we've talked about, and seeing what I can make with it. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. I hope that you guys have a great week and go craft something. It's good for your mental health. Bye-bye.